Is it okay if I
I think
this?
that's, let me check. I'm going to check. I think
'Cause I
we're
don't
on.
wanna- okay.
We're with Dr. Elizabeth, you guys. Hold on. I'm going to check. I'm going to make sure that we're both in and we're on and you're totally
Is
in.
it good?
It's
Okay.
beautiful. And the flowers
Look
are
at
not
these
in
flowers.
the way of you.
Oh my God, look at how beautiful these are.
You look gorgeous.
You do too.
Okay, everybody. Hi, it's Dara.
Hi.
And Dr. Elizabeth. We're back together.
Yeah, we are.
Yay. And we both want to talk about love today.
In fact, you know what?
What?
You know what my shirt says?
It's love.
Trust love.
Trust love.
Trust, not just love, but
Yeah.
trust love.
Yeah, I think it says true love. No,
Oh,
it
does
says
it say true love?
either way. Trust is true.
True love is
good. I just didn't want them to read it and be like, no, that's not what it says.
Can't she read her own shirt?
Well, you can't read your own shirt, really. But true love.
True love.
Trust love.
And trust love.
They both work, right?
Yeah.
And what do you do when someone you love comes over? Besides make a video together, you make a tonic. I'm about to make a love tonic.
Now tell me, what is a love tonic?
A love tonic that is something that's going to augment the heart chi, to get
So
the heart chakra.
Fourth chakra open. The fourth chakra open.
And I really believe it's important to address all areas of our bodies, so we'll do that in the future, discuss all of that.
agree with you.
But since Valentine's Day is coming and love is in the air, you know,
Yes, it is.
we're past the holidays and past all the family stuff and past the New Year's, and February is for me a time of love, right?
And you know what I love about that? It's kind of like when Thanksgiving time comes. What I love about that is gratitude. And then the holiday season, it's all about
Right.
giving and sharing. And
Yes.
really, this is about, like you say, it's
selfish.
celebrating.
It's about what we want. We want love. No, it is.
But you
all
know, it's so
about
beautiful.
love.
We say that, but you know what?
We're talking about romantic love, really. Here.
And you know, the best way to bring in romantic love is by loving yourself. The
Yes.
more we love ourselves, the more we love ourselves by giving
Yes.
ourselves living foods, the more we love ourselves by going to the gym, by loving friendships, and because love begets more love. And so
Yes.
the more we're in the field of love,
our heart opens.
and love can't help but magnetize to a loving person.
You guys can't smell her, but she smells so good. She smells delicious. And so you asked me what is a tonic? What is a love tonic? First of all, a love tonic is anything made with love. It could be a sleepy time love tonic. It could be an energizing before the gym love tonic. This one happens to be if there was something that you wanted to make for a loved one to get them energized in that area, this will do that because this one has ingredients that you know about.
Wait, and when you say this area, let's
not
share
only
with
the
them-
heart area, but
second
the
chakra.
second chakra area. We're moving that energy as well. The hormones, the libido, uplifting energy. Uplifting energy is so lovely, and we're going to use, this is from Jing Herbs, and I love John and George, what they're doing at Jing Herbs. I said, I'm almost out, and he said, I understand. I said, I can't live without these herbs. And he said, we understand. That's how we feel, which is why we started the company. So this is Sustanch, and this definitely boosts libido. This gives you energy.
Oh, I like that. And you know
So
what's interesting? Like we talked last time about doing what you love, and a lot of people messaged us afterwards and were saying, we really want to do that, but how do we start? So just like you were saying with John and the other gentleman's George.
Yes, George.
How they started doing what they love is literally
Yes.
what they loved came to them, and they couldn't help but do
They
it.
wanted to be around it more, so
and
they
wanted
made
to
it
share
their
it.
business.
Exactly, and it
Yes.
organically opened up into their business because they couldn't help but share what they love so much. So when you guys are thinking, well, what is it for me? Look at what you just love and love to share. Like we love to share this. I couldn't wait to come over here today.
And also, if you think about it, it's a really, to take it even further, is that I can't not. I have to be around raw food.
Yes.
So it became the thing that I did, just like they needed to have access to the best mushrooms. So it became something that they did. And yeah, if that helps a little bit. So we're putting in Sustanch.
Okay.
It tonifies the yang, so it's yang kind of. I always think of yang as like sun energy. It's out there energy. It's good for the large intestine and the kidney. tonifies the kidney yang, and it also moistens the intestine. So it's like a lubricant, which is really nice. We want to be fluid.
Exactly.
And we have reishi, which calms the spirit. I find it to be levitational almost. It's levitation. It levitates my mood.
Yeah,
really.
I love that.
Calms the heart and augments the heart chi.
Oh, I like that.
So we're gonna have a nice tablespoon in here. Usually a dose is like a teaspoon per serving. We're having extra. And we're going to have maca. You know about maca, yes?
I love maca. I love maca.
Maca
and
is
the effects
good.
of maca are, yes.
Go ahead. What are they?
Well, maca helps, like you were saying, it helps get that that sexual energy going. It's a superfood from South America, which I'm sure Dara can tell you much more about it. But it's as a superfood from South America, one of its effects is it really helps get that sexual chi and sexual energy moving and going in our body, which is what we want with the Love Tonic.
Which is also, if for some reason that you're not having relations, it's also okay to have your creativity. That's your area of creativity. So you can redirect the energy towards artistic pursuits.
That's a very good point. And also, I know you have one of these before you go to the gym. You can also redirect it towards the, which is why she's vibrating like woo, woo, woo at the gym. But what I was going to say is that having
Stay
that...
there, I'm checking.
Okay.
Make sure we're on.
Redirecting that energy is important because you don't have to use it in the sense of making love. You can, but like Dara was saying, if you're not in a relationship or your sweetie's at work and you're going to be going to the gym, you take that energy and you put that energy, because it's creativity. Because there's the second chakra, which is south of the belly button and just by the hip bones, is all about sensuality, sexuality, creativity, and spirituality. So we can express it in all of those areas.
All of those ways. So
areas.
channel it. It's an amazing energy to channel. We are also having fresh cacao.
Which I love.
And cacao is a heart opener. It's a vasodilator. It opens the blood vessels to get these gorgeous nutrients in to our heart.
Right.
So this is something that's really going to help us, and it's going to help it taste delicious, and it's going to give us some extra energy.
I love maca.
So what I do for my tonics lately is that I make them fat-free. Meaning that I'm not, to mine, I used to always add coconut oil or cacao butter, and I would add, and I'm just conscious of my fat these days, so I'm making this one fat-free. At the end, I might add a little cacao butter for our friend here, because she's not necessarily fat-free at the moment. What I do to mine is I add dates, medjool dates, and that makes it beautifully sweet.
Oh my gosh.
I get these from a really nice man at the farmer's market in a beautiful box. So these are very special.
And what's his name?
His name starts with an A, and it's a Spanish name. I'm going to have to find out tomorrow when I see him. I forget.
Okay,
it's like
so we can say
Alberto,
Alberto?
or I'm
That's what I was
gonna
saying.
ask him again. So I'm going to use a little bit of yacon syrup, which is from Peru, and it actually helps to add healthy flora in your intestines. And I feel like adding a little bit of coconut sugar.
Yes.
So this is all about love, you guys, and then we can carry on. Oh, the base is yerba mate for mental clarity, and gynostemma because I want you to live a long and healthy life.
I like that.
And it's not as much longevity like we said last time.
Right.
Go ahead on that one.
Okay, it's not about so much. You don't want to just live a long time. You want to live a long time, and the quality is useful. We talk about this. That it's not so much. I've never been about longevity because it's who cares how long you're here if you're not healthy and vibrant. I'm all about youthfulness. I know Dara is the same way. It's all about how youthful can we be and feel. How radiant can we feel and be, and how sexy and vibrant and radiant and all these things and also what's this?
This is
Oh
the
my
cacao
God.
butter. So this is this is what they extract from the cacao bean. The cacao powder and the cacao butter are together in a bean, and when they take the cacao powder out, they're left. This is the cacao butter. Not that you need to because you smell so good, but this is an aphrodisiac.
So beautiful.
Yes. Warehouse.com and Essential Living Foods when they have it. I love it.
Which is where you spoke that time.
So-
I came to see you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So here we go. We're putting in some, and I'm going to have some because
Yum.
it's creamy and dreamy, and this is certainly made with love.
Those are
So,
yummy.
there we have it. I think we're
That
good.
is so amazing. Oh my God.
This is our love tonic for the day. We're sharing it with you guys. And what's next? What's up? Valentine's Day is coming.
Exactly. So let's talk about love.
Today's the
for a
8th.
minute.
It's like in another week.
Yeah, next Thursday. So a little less than a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about love.
Okay.
And what our intentions are. You know, I love living an intentional life. I know that you live it. Go ahead.
Do you mind?
No, go for it.
Okay. You watch it. I'm going to go get cups.
Okay.
Hold the top.
Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys should feel the energy. I'm sure you actually, it's getting excited. Oh my
It did. It got excited.
It got excited. It got me excited.
I'm going to taste it. I'm sorry. I should have told you it was going to take it up a notch.
Wow, it
Who's
sure
the
was.
maca?
I think it was
This is Stanch. This is Stanch will
Oh
do
my
that. They make jokes like David Wolf, and I've heard Jason Robel do it. Stanch in your pants, makes you do a dance. I think that's what Jason Robel said, and David Wolf talks about it.
That's hilarious. It's amazing, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? It's so amazing about this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You can feel the energy, and that's what's so powerful about living foods, intentional living, choosing love over less high vibrational energies and emotions. And you can feel this. I mean, I'm sure you guys, in fact, you guys have actually, we read all the comments. We read all the beautiful comments, you guys. And many of you say, I could feel the energy just literally through the computer. And so
it just gave me chills. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, people can feel it.
Yeah, and we feel you. It's like it's not a one-way street.
No.
We feel
How could
you.
we wouldn't be doing this? There's an energy exchange.
it's
we
just
know you're
beautiful.
there.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like everybody's just across the counter, really.
Yeah.
like I feel like they're sitting there
Just
with
all
us.
sitting
So
right there.
cheers, try it.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Do you love it? It came out. The energy is good. When the energy is good, it comes out even better.
It's amazing. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
It's so yummy.
So glad you like it. I'm gonna light candles.
I love it. Oh, I love this.
In the name of love, we're lighting some candles.
Yes. I love that.
Set intentions. You were talking about intentions.
Setting
Go
our
ahead.
intention for love. So I think when people ask a lot, I'm sure they ask you a lot, how can I bring love into my life? And really it's about, I love that Gandhi quote, be the change you wish to see in the world. So it's really the same thing. Be the love you wish to bring to you. So love yourself like all this week. And what I would love to have people do is if you guys want to, take these tips, exercises, whatever you want to call them, gifts, jewels, take them on, and then next week when we do our video, you'll write to us and let us know, because I bet you there's some miracles.
I have
There's
some tips.
Okay, so you share your tip and I'll share my
No,
tips.
you share first.
Okay, so the first one, loving yourself. So what that could look like is, instead of taking a shower, take a bubble bath. And literally,
Baths every day.
I do too. I only take baths.
Only
and
take
you
baths.
light the candles, you put the nice smelling essential oils.
Rose
Flowers.
petals can go in the bath. If your
love that.
roses are on their way, just pull it apart and sprinkle them in.
And really what it's about is don't wait. Because I hear a lot of people say, I'm waiting to go on that special hike till my sweetheart gets here. I'm waiting to go on that trip till my sweetheart gets here. I'm waiting to
take a
treat
bath
myself or lose that weight if that's an issue for somebody. Or style my hair or whatever. I'm waiting
What
to...
is standing? What is the thing you have that you perceive to be standing in between you and love?
Exactly.
It could be what you perceive to be weight. It could be what you
Exactly.
perceive to be getting out of debt.
Right.
It could be what you perceive, and those are just your perceptions. So
Exactly.
begin to work on those things.
Exactly.
And know that love is still there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right. And the more we love ourselves, the more we bring the love to us. And all those other things, I love this. when things vibrate at a high frequency, what happens, and when we vibrate at that high frequency, all those things that are, like you say, perceived challenges, they fall away because they can't match. Vibrational frequency, when they come together, has to match. That's why we have such fun together, because it's a matching frequency. From lifetimes ago, it's like, oh, I remember you.
Right.
I remember you from Egypt.
I'm
I
just
remember
like
being your
enamored right
sisters.
now. I'm looking at the shine and the like. There's pink eyeshadow, but it's not the eyeshadow. It's the glow of the skin and the brightness in the eyes and the way you walk around loving. Like, you don't just show up here loving. You're at the gym loving, and you're out in the world loving. So that is absolutely true. That connection. Bye, Myra. Bye. So it's totally. I feel that when you come in the door like that. And I know that's what's coming into my home, so I receive it like, yay.
And you are that. Like, you feel it, and that's the thing to remember. If you see love in somebody else, which oh my gosh, you make my heart so happy. Because I was looking at you when you were speaking and making the tonic the exact same way. I was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Like,
Thank you.
Really beautiful. And so when we look and we see that in somebody else, what we're seeing is the reflection of our own loving and our own sense of radiance.
Do you think that it's a shift that we can all make at any moment?
Absolutely. And it doesn't
Like now.
take time.
No.
In the blink of an eye, if somebody does something to you that's hurt your feelings, it doesn't take time to get over. It literally, in the moment, you can go, and I love this, at every moment you can say, I'm going to choose love, or I'm going to choose a lower vibrational frequency. And the beauty of it is, when you choose love, it's really for us. We choose love for us. And then what ends up happening, it's beautiful because you can forgive. We're really getting into forgiveness now, and which is a huge part of bringing love in also. So let's talk for a second about forgiving past relationships, forgiving past loves. And there's a beautiful exercise that I can share with people.
That'd be great, sure.
So you can close your eyes and put your attention in your sixth chakra, which is your third eye, and then you look at your first. I'm really going to share how to put the grounding cord down.
Okay.
So you're going to put your attention on your sixth chakra, and then you put your attention on you from the sixth chakra. Look down at the first chakra and light it up like a fireworks, like a
Tell them
starburst.
where the first chakra is.
And the first chakra is at the base of your spine. And then what I want you to do is, in your mind's eye, imagine a cord going from the base of your spine all the way down to the center of the earth, and locking that in. And that cord can look like a string of pearls, a waterfall, a solid tree, a steel beam. Sometimes I think about it as, in Star Wars they have those little things that go woo, woo, like that, with a little beam of light.
I pictured no. No, I didn't picture that. That's really cool. I pictured like the strongest tree root.
That's a very powerful one. So you can put whatever image that works for you. So I'm going to close our eyes again. So that's the grounding cord that grounds you into Mother Earth. From then, what you do is you open up your seventh chakra, which is at the crown of your head, and you let in the divine energy from Father, the cosmic, call it the cosmos, Father Sky, whatever, the universe. You bring that loving energy in through your seventh chakra, and then they merge. You bring up you bring up the energy from Mother Earth, down the energy from Father Sky, and you merge them in your heart. And then what you do is you bring forth in your mind's eye each love you've ever had. And for women, it really starts with the Father. And you bring in and you see that person, and you can actually do the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is really beautiful, which is, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, and I love you.
Beautiful.
And what is so beautiful about that is usually when we're forgiving someone, we're mad at them. So to start with, I'm sorry, is such a beautiful thing.
It says it all. That moves your heart.
It just moves your heart open.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you in your mind's eye, you see first the Father, and then and you might have had a beautiful relationship with your father, but you move on through the loves, and you see each one of them, and then what you do is you bless them.
Gorgeous.
And you let them go, and then what you do is you put the wounding energy that's been held in your body, and you flush it down the grounding cord. And you give it to Mother Earth. And that's powerful, because what happens is we hold the wounds, the pains, especially in our second chakra, we hold it in our heart chakra. We hold it there, and it keeps us from bringing new love in. So when we flush it down the grounding cord.
It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I feel like, especially with the new age and what we're entering into, is like the message that's been coming to me is that through their share, Tom Lesher is an amazing astrologer, and he talked about the this age of Aquarius and how right now with what's going on in the moon and the stars, it's not about us battling with each other in this lower place. It's like rising up and seeing us all almost like there's this Black Eyed Peas song called One Tribe. It's like we are one tribe. So all the little skirmishes
are really irrelevant. It's
the discord, it's irrelevant. We are in a space of new love. So the quicker that we can use these tools and we get good at them and they become second nature, and we can do it at a moment's notice in the gym if someone's offensive, or, we can call up a friend and say, help me, guide me through that. Can you do that with me? How about if, when people can't visualize? Some people have a hard time visualizing. So what do you tell them?
Well, and this is beautiful because it actually is a lead, and I wanted to share that exercise was given to me. I did a little modification of it, but the grounding cord exercise was given to me by my clairvoyant teacher, Vicki Reiner, who is
gorgeous. Vicki, thank you.
Amazing. She's amazing, and I've been studying with her for several years now. And what she teaches, which I love, is we're all born with clear sight. In our sixth chakra, which is our third eye, and the more we have living foods in these tonics, the more it opens it. So it's only our lack of knowingness. It's like I don't want to call the word confidence, but it's like an assuredness of our own knowingness that we can actually see. So what I welcome people to do is when you close your eyes, if in your mind you start going, well, I can't see. Dr. Elizabeth is seeing, Dara is seeing, I can't see.
I don't always see, but yes.
All you have to do is you breathe and you just allow whatever shows up to show up, because it's really about the exercise. Even if you're not seeing, it's literally about, you don't even have to see the face of a past love. You feel the energy, because right away you could think of someone and go, oh God, I remember that person broke my heart. But the moment you just have that feeling, you flush that feeling down. You flush the feeling down the grounding cord, and it gets out of your system, which is really powerful.
I also have a great idea, which my paper is not handy, but what I was going to suggest is that maybe gather images of things and paste them together, or draw.
Oh, for your vision board, you mean?
Even for your vision board, or for this particular exercise.
Oh, right, to help bring in the feeling.
If you can't in that moment picture those things, perhaps you can decide what you want them to be and piece them together in a picture.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, and use that.
Maybe we can make one. Maybe that would be fun for us to do, is make a visual one to show
people. Oh, I like that. We'll show it to them next time.
Yeah,
I like that.
It'll be fun. So I think that, so don't worry about visualizing. Just feel it. Just go through the motions, and
the more you practice, and the more you practice it, and the more you just open to see it, the more, because we're all, it's not like someone's more gifted at clairvoyance than another person. It's kind of like it comes stock with the car. You know what I mean? Like it's like it comes standard. It comes standard with our body. It's literally,
you're not missing it.
No one is missing it.
No one's missing it.
And the more we practice it, the more it becomes like second nature to us.
Yeah, we all have it. Yeah. We all have it. When you just have that knowing, you have a knowing, and you don't know why you know it, but you just know it. So that's a good way. And we went off into forgiveness, but forgiveness is a wonderful way to feel the love. When you can say the words, I'm sorry, even if you had the most beautiful relationship with your father, or you had a beautiful relationship with a significant other, but it did end, I'm sure there's an I'm sorry in there. And when you can do that, that's a softening of the heart muscle.
It is.
So I have some other tips too.
Okay, please.
Softening of the heart muscle. We can strengthen our heart muscle by doing cardiovascular exercise.
Oh, that's a great one. I love that. We can
get strong.
That's exactly
so that
right.
We're strong. We're strong like bamboo. We bend in the wind, but we're strong, and we can take it. Because what other people do doesn't have to affect us personally. So we may love someone and something may stop us from loving them. It may be a little bit of fear. But if we're strong, then we don't have to be afraid.
I love that.
Yeah. So
That's
let's be strong.
That's a very powerful point.
And
go.
Let's go back and forth.
Well, no, because I want you to share. But it just came to me with with the heart muscle. Literally, it's when somebody feels like if somebody gets hurt in the heart, and I'm sure you've had this experience, I certainly have, it literally manifests as a physical pain in the body. So as we strengthen our heart, we're strengthening it on many levels, on a physical level, on an emotional level, on an intuitive level, on a spiritual level. So we're strengthening the essence of our heart on all levels.
I just thought of a woman I want you to meet. I don't know if you know her yet. Teresa Jordan.
I don't think
She's gorgeous raw food. She's been so for years and years and years, longer than anybody I know. And her heart muscle is so big. She must do 1 spinning class a day, 2 yoga classes a day, and the woman is love. So I would like for you to meet her. When I think of a strong heart muscle, I think of her. My friend Renee Rubio has a very large heart. So we have to just connect with that. Also wearing the color pink.
Yes.
Wearing the color pink.
Wearing the color.
Wearing we are on camera, that's funny. Wearing rose quartz opens your heart to love. And this stone is this one is not rose quartz. Rhodochrosite is another big love stone. This one is morganite, and that's another big love stone.
Did you make this?
I did.
This is gorgeous. I knew it. When I said hello to you, the first thing I felt was the vibration of it.
Thank you. And I think what's going to happen this week, since I'm going to dedicate recipes to love, and I'm going to dedicate this week to love, I promised a jewelry giveaway, so I'm going to do some pink beautiful love stone as a giveaway. So we're going to do that later. I think I'll do a nighttime with Dara video. It's been a while. So wearing the color pink, addressing your love and partnership area in feng shui is another one.
That's a great
So I'll do a video on that. I better make a note to myself on the counter right now. Watch this. I'm going to write in pink. I'm writing in pink.
I'm like, oh my God. I love that.
I'm going to do a feng shui love video.
I love that.
Crystals and stones video, and I think that's just to really just envelop ourselves.
Yes, right. Surround ourselves in love. This is rose quartz as well, and this was gifted to me by. This is why it's even more special. It was gifted to me by 2 friends of mine. I want to give a shout out to Ray and Lori, who are just and they're so beautiful. They just got engaged on Christmas, and this was my Christmas present.
Beautiful.
And it's
rose quartz.
And what's so beautiful about it, it literally, because it comes from both of them, every time I feel into it, it's their love energy, and they model magnificent, loving
Maybe
relationship.
we can have them come here.
It's a beautiful idea.
It's nice to see examples of true love. If you can tap into the people who are expressing it in a way that you admire, I think that's really powerful.
And acknowledging it. I know sometimes I'll be in the grocery store and I won't even know the people, and I'll say, oh my God, you guys have such a beautiful, loving relationship. You guys are radiating love. And they smile, and it makes them happy, and it makes me happy to be in that energy of love and acknowledge it.
And just because we may not have a partnership at the moment, it doesn't mean that we don't have love. Love just changes form. So the love is always there.
That's exactly right.
It's the love is there. The loves that I've had in my life, and I've had big loves, they're just not in the form that they used to be, but the love is there, so we can tap into that as well.
Oh, I love it. In fact, you bring up a beautiful point, which is what I love to say is love is just love. Like, there isn't like, I don't love you one way, but I love the person that I'm dating another way, or I'm loving my mother a different way. It's just the expression of love, and then it finds its most appropriate places to express.
Right. Different expressions.
And so if you come together in a relationship and for whatever reason it didn't stay together, you still, like you were saying, you get to keep the love. And a lot of times what's happened for me, and I'm sure with you, is it ends up being a beautiful friendship, and you still have all that beautiful love. So instead of being sad about what you don't have, the
only thing that cuts it off is the fear or being bitter that it changed forms.
Exactly.
So if we can to get rid of that conditioning, which is, a challenge at times, and sometimes it's really appropriate to feel those feelings.
The grief,
the bitter, or the grief, or the anger, or whatever those things are. Those are healthy emotions to work through to get to the other side, and know that there is another side, because all you have to do is tap into the love moments that you did share. So that's when you get to go. Sometimes I find myself, if I go on some kind of like negative thought pattern, I'll go, okay, remember something that felt really good, and only that, not something that didn't. Just go to that place that gives you that smile inside.
Yeah. And you can do it in any moment. I say we, I mean, all of us have so much to say that. We can do that at any moment.
Anytime, anywhere. You get to go to your own little place.
Happy place.
Your own little happy place. And that somehow, some way creates another happy place.
It does.
Like in the present moment.
And it brings more happiness to you. In that moment, when you shift that, you literally shift the trajectory of the whole day when you do that.
Because we all know what it feels like to be like glommed on by energy that's not ours, or we get like this negative thing. It could be just from the energy from outside, or something that somebody said that triggers us. We all have those. We're human. But if we can quickly identify it, I'm going to get it because I think it's my daughter and I love her. You talk.
I love that. That is so cute. So we were saying how with love, I love that. Oh, beautiful. So with love, like if we can just, and it's what I would love to share is, it's about catching ourselves. And when we do that, it becomes easier the next moment, because otherwise we get caught in the circle of, oh, that was terrible, and we get in that frustrating, we can get loop. I call it looping. And what happens is, what I was saying is that when we can hone, we all have it, hone the awareness of catching, oh, I'm in that negative loop right now. I'm going over something that happened that I'm frustrated or upset about, and it just keeps looping, and you can loop I've looped all day long. It's just not productive at all.
It's hard.
It's terrible.
It sucks.
It really sucks. And the great part is you can, when you just do the practice, it's like anything else. Like at the gym, you keep building your muscle, and you can get stronger and stronger, and you can lift heavier weight. We can catch ourselves faster. So literally, a loop will start, and I'll go, oh yeah, no, I don't. Why would I want to have that conversation?
I don't want to do
Let's
that.
have a different conversation.
So maybe what I'm suggesting, and I seem to be into pen and paper today, but write down 5 go-to happy places and have them folded up in your wallet or your purse or your pocket or in a necklace, or so that you can pull out and go, okay, I'm going to go to that happy place. It could be when you were under the covers with somebody you love. It could be when you were on the beach. Basking in the sun, or reading your favorite book, or being with your child and having laughter and dancing. Have those happy places available so you can go there. I'm going there right now.
I love that. That's a great tip. There's a lot of good tips.
We're gonna have that's the artisan. It's like it's Virgo rising. I need to have the details. Like, how are you gonna do it? How can you do it? What's the best? What I also did one time, I was in a worse funk, and I was really just in a funk, and I didn't know how to get out of it. It was one of those moments where you have all this and you know all this stuff, and for some reason you just can't. Like, you know all of it and you're in it. I was taking a walk, and I had available on my phone Abraham Hicks, the different levels of emotional states that if we can at least get to the next one. So if there's despair or hopelessness, you can get to the next one. And anger actually is a good one to get to if you're despondent.
It's better than depression.
I was like, all right, I'm going to get to the next one. Let me just get to the next level. And it worked. Yeah. It worked.
That's a great
listening
point.
To some tape or some
right. It's just shifting out of that, and when you're in it, it feels like you can't. But when you make the shift, it's like, wow, okay, that was really cool to do.
I feel like this video, it's interesting how we want to talk about love, but we're doing the thing that you need to do to make the space for love. And that's what this video is about, is addressing some of the perceived obstacles, totally perceived obstacles, that get in the way.
And then you can have the love.
And then we can and so we can keep doing videos on love and adding to it. And certainly, this one for wiping the counter, emptying the drawer, dumping the junk on the table, going through and seeing, I don't need half of this stuff, decluttering.
That's a huge one. here, not here because her place is amazing.
Pretty good.
But it's amazing. It feels amazing in here.
It's pretty good, but it's constant.
Yeah.
I'm constantly working on it.
It is. It is constant. Oh, I love this.
So we're making space, I think, in this video, which is a good start for our next 7 or however many days until Valentine's Day, which is just another day. So nobody set yourself up for expectations that don't need to be met, because it's just a day. You know how I look at it? It's a day to wear pink.
Exactly.
It's a day to surround yourself with red candles.
Exactly.
It's pink, red, and white.
Yeah. Love yourself.
Which are the
love
colors
others.
of love in Chinese, in Feng Shui. So there's nothing wrong with surrounding ourselves with pink, red, white, and chocolate and love. So that's how I look at Valentine's Day. Regardless of whether there's a significant other, it's a day of love.
That's a great point. You know, I interviewed Alison Armstrong today.
Yay.
And it was fabulous. And I want to give a shout out to her because it was really lovely. And one of the things she said is, regardless of whether you're single, just starting a relationship, or really in a relationship, please let go of the expectations. And a lot of times men will feel so much pressure. So as women, if you are in a relationship, just let them off the hook. She told a great story about, she could tell, this woman in her class could tell that her husband was really getting kind of stressed out about Valentine's Day and what I'm going to do, and he felt too much pressure. How am I going to top last year, and how am I going to please her? And so she got a piece of paper and she wrote something down, and she goes, sweetie, she said, I know Valentine's Day is coming up. She goes, so I wrote exactly what I want. And he's like, oh God, no, what's it coming? And he opened up the piece of paper and she said, baby, I just want a kiss from you. And I was like, and he just melted. He was like, oh, she loves me for me, and let go of the expectations. And it's such a beautiful.
Let's be together. Let's be together.
Okay, so I just have to say that about that.
Yeah.
About let's just be together. I think that radical appreciation for every single bit of love that we have in our life is so important. And that's what brings us more and more love. So I love you and appreciate you.
I totally
do, and the beauty that you are.
Yeah.
And all of you guys, we love and appreciate you so much. And so spread the love, just like little love fairies. Just spreading the love.
Leave the house with love. Yes. Make sure your home feels loving, so that when you leave, your vibration and what you put out into the world is love, is the cheer.
It's interesting because in the gym one time someone said this to me. It was really beautiful. This person said, every time I see you, you have a smile on your face. And I think really what this person was thinking, well, maybe she's just one of those people who's just always happy, which is not the truth. Nobody is that kind of person. I mean, we're human. We're human beings. We're spiritual beings, but having a human experience. And what I said, and what I always say when people will say that, it's a choice.
Yeah.
And it is the most delicious choice to make.
Yeah.
And so choose joy. Innate joy. It's our essence to be innate joy. And when we choose that and choose to be our authentic self, which is we got to do a video on authenticity.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be a fun one.
Especially because with raw food, I mean, you got to be authentic with raw food.
I love that one. That's a great topic.
So that's one of and you guys send in if you want to hear different things for us to talk about.
Yeah, being authentic, basically. We don't have to get into it, but being authentic.
We
could just keep going. This might be hours long. You might want to take a break. Shut off the YouTube channel and come back in a little bit.
Because we'll still be talking.
Authenticity is uncontrived. Don't wait till everything's perfect to do the thing you love, or to be loved, or to love someone. And I think that what you said about gratitude and appreciation, and what Alison Armstrong, who wrote, by the way, Celebrating Partnership and some other things, she really, with humor, helps us to understand the differences and the likenesses between men and women and how to relate. And she has spent a very good time, just good energy, understanding, and a wonderful way of expressing. So if you can check out her work, I highly recommend. And the interview I will be listening to later.
Yay.
And she's authentic. So we want to applaud our authentic people, because it's not canned, it's not contrived, it's the opposite. It's being present to the energy that comes through and to at any given moment, which cannot be planned.
And also having the courage to be yourself. Like I'm goofy and silly sometimes, and it's just, don't worry about what other people might expect you to be, or what you might expect yourself, or think you need to be, or act a certain way. Just be
so true.
Ourselves. Wear what you want to wear.
Yeah.
Express your art the way you want to express it. Express yourself.
Really.
Dance the way you want to dance. If you want to dance salsa, if you want to, whatever that is.
We should put some music on and just end this dancing.
Oh my God, I think that's a fabulous idea.
That's a good idea. All right, you keep talking. I'm going to find the music.
So I think, and also what's so beautiful about that in being your authentic self is we are undeniably delicious when we're being ours. Just someone who's just being them. It's like, wow, I want some of that. I want more of that. So what did you put on for us, honey bunny?
I think Dean Martin might be singing, but I'm trying to find the remote to... Oh, no. Oh, this is pretty. I might put on something a little more uplifting.
Okay, that sounds a good idea.
So you can close it however you want to.
All right. So for now, we're going to come back and talk more about authenticity. We're going to talk about the next steps in magnetizing love to our life. And so just for this video, the more we can be in gratitude, appreciation, forgiveness, self-love, honoring ourselves, the more we bring to us exactly what is perfect for us. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, I love this. And go and dance. If it makes your heart happy to dance, move. Movement, dance is the language of love. Oh my God.
I found a Latin American station.
It's beautiful. I love this.
We're going to be dancing. Just think of us and we'll be dancing. We love you guys.
Oh,
get your greens on.
Get your sexy on.
And get your love on.
Get your dance on. Ciao.